Hello! Today we're going to make squares. You're going to start here, it's going to look like this, and then when you're complete it's going to look like this. So, here is your count. Okay, so we're going to cover up this part here. So this piece here is going to be 41 squares down and 33 squares across. So when you count, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, all the way down. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3 to 33. So you're going to count across and down. Okay? Now your box count. The box count is this. I should have did the center on my paper, but I did it at the end, so it's kind of out of order. But 10 boxes. So when you're done, you should have 10 of these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, for me, sometimes I will leave an extra square. So I'll do 42 and 34. Because sometimes when you count, you know, you might lose a square or miss a square, and then it'll be too short. So if you want to do 42 and 34 and then just cut the extra one off later, perfect. That's what I did here. The center, with the 41, 33 count, the center is always 17 and 21, no matter what. These numbers, the center is always these numbers. Now this stuff will always change, depending on your design. But this and this is always the same. 41, 33 for this square count. For this square count. This count, and this count is always for this. But if you want to do a different design, this count and this count is the same. If you count down, you'll end up at 21. If you count across, you'll end at 17. So 17, 17, 21, 21 will be your center. That's going to be your center to make any kind of tissue box. Now, some of my designs are bigger than these numbers. That's okay. But for this count, this is the numbers you're going to go by. So once you get some cut out, what I recommend is, because I am doing multiple tissue boxes, you know that there are 4 sides and 1 lid. So no matter what number of tissue boxes you want to make, I personally cut out that many. So there's 4 of these. So I'm going to cut 4 more. That makes 8 sides. And I'm going to do all of them in that order. All 8 of them. So all 8 of them will look like this when I'm done. Then when I go to the next part of the stage, I'll do every one of them. Then when I go to this part of the stage, I'll do every one of them. All 8. That way, when you're done with all 8 sides, you just have the lid, which is 2 lids. So your 2 lids, you'll do those, and then you put the box together. So don't do one box, put it together, and then start another one. Go ahead like you're a little factory, you know, producing, you know, an assembly line. You need 8 of them, 8 squares, 8 sides. So to make this square here, that's what this video is going to be about. And I'm going to take it one step at a time. So we've got this one, which we've almost completed. And this is what it looks like when it's done. So how do you get started, you say? So that's easy. You're going to take your canvas, and you're going to not ever use, when you do a diagonal square, these diagonal squares right here, you never do the first square, see? Okay? So you're always going to go in the second one. So you're going to hold your string up here, pinch it. And so I came in through this hole, so now I'm going to go out that hole. Then we're going to go to this one. And then we're going to go in this one. And then you're going to go out this one. And go in this one. Okay? So to make a square, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the biggest one is going to be 4. So once you go 1, 2, 3, 4, then you stop. And then you go smaller. You shrink it in. Okay? So we're only at 3, because we've only got 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to go to 4. So now we're at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to come in 1. So the box is a square. So you're not going to go here because that's not your box. You're not going to go here because that's not your box. you're going to go here in the same row as this one. So if you're not sure where to go, you go in that same row. Now I'm not going to go here because it's going to be weird. It's not in my same row. You're going to go in this one to make your square. And each time you stay in your same row. And now you have your first box. Okay, so depending on how you want to hold your canvas, you can go up this way or you can go this way. So I'm just going to rotate this around to this way. I'm going to go in my box. And you say, which box do you need to go into? You're staying in this row no matter what. Right? No matter what. Oh, get in the center here. Okay. No matter what. We're staying in this row. We're staying in this row. This is your box. Just like here, remember, you don't ever go in the first one. So we're not going to go in that first one. We're going to go over one and go in here. And then we're going to go all the way down. And I'm still holding that piece on the back, so I'm stitching it inside. And then eventually I can either let go or cut off the rest. So now we're at the center point. We're at the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at the fourth one. So I'm going to stay in my same row. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to move my yarn down a little on the back side. And then I'm going to move it again so I can make sure it's underneath. And then I'm done. So now I've finished. So I got a little puff there. So move your string. Don't cut it. I've made the mistake and cut my string before. So be very careful you don't cut your string. Okay. So now we're done with the second box. So now you're going to go back through that hole. And you're going to go diagonal. Every now and then let your string loose. So I had a subscriber who told me to mention that from time to time in my videos. So we're going to go in that same hole. And we're going to go in that one. And see, we skipped that first one. And then you're just going to keep going. Stay in the same row, and then you make your complete square. And then you're going to continue all the way around. So I'm going to stop this one, and I'm going to get another string. Okay, so I have a new string. Okay. So let's say you're at this point and you've just cut off the string. You've got to make a new string. You know, how do you start a new series? Because you got a new string. So depending on where you want to start is where you'll go. So how I do it is I go through the back side. I go through the second square. And then I pull it all the way, almost all the way through. And then I pinch it really hard. And I go back underneath one of these little strands underneath, okay? And I pull it. So it kind of makes it into a little knot. So see, now that I pull it, nothing happens. So I carefully cut off the little extra. So now I have this, okay? So I know I'm locked in. So I'm going to go straight up under here and come out this side. Oh, I hit my lamp. Okay. So now I'm secure. So of course we're going to start the new one. So we don't go here, right? Because we have to have that one. So I'm going to go in this one. Pull my string. Got a little long there. And then I'm just going to complete the process. And then once I get to the fourth one, I'll start back down. Now we're at the fourth one. And if you notice, my center is still marked. Leave it marked, because that's the best way to do it until you're done. Okay, and then those of you who say, well, how do I finish it? Okay, well, let's say my string's getting low, and I've got to cut another string, so we're going to finish this one. So now this one's done. Okay, well, I'm out of string, so what do? What I do is the same scenario. I go back inside the design. I pull my string, which of course if you're running out it won't be this long. And I'm going to go right back underneath that one because I want to lock it in. So I'm going to lock it in. Because shoving tissue boxes in and out sometimes can wear on the yarn and maybe make it come out. And then I'm going to go back through this design. So I'm just going to shove it through there. Doesn't matter where. And then I'm going to snip it off. And now it's done. So now I've added yarn and I've taken away yarn. And then your design will look like this. Okay? So that is the end of this short tutorial. So I want you to pause it, get started, and then play. And once you play it, you'll eventually get used to it. So, see, that's why it's important to go underneath your material like this and lock it in. And hold it, pinch it, because if you don't, boop, oops, came out again. So that's why I always pinch it till I get, and I leave a little out that I can pinch, so when I pull it through, I don't pull it all the way out and have to start over again. So that happens, even to the seasoned. They even do that. I mean, you don't know how many times I've done that, for sure. But anyway, thanks for watching. That is the end of this part of the design. So from here, you can do anything you want in the center. You can do more squares. You can pick a white and do white, pink, red, blue, rainbow colors. You can even do stripes. If you don't want to do squares this way, if you want to just do one color stripes, you can do that. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors and do 8 different rows. Or you can turn it this way and do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do 10 different colors with 8 squares. So this design, you can do anything you want with it. But here's your count. 41, 33. 1, 41. 1, 33. Okay? So, then we're going to have 8 boxes and 10 boxes. 8 and 10. The center, 21 and 17, no matter what. No matter what. And that's how you get that design. Thanks for watching. Like it. Lets me know you enjoyed the video and that you learned something. Comment below if you have any ideas, suggestions, or tips. I always appreciate comments. It helps me know what to do next. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you soon.